Do you have poultry on your homestead? If you do, consider my crop tonic, all natural, made with apple cider vinegar to help them avoid digestive disorders. Only available on Etsy at Black Woman Farmer. All right, we are back. It's been about 90 minutes. Let's take a look and see what our bread looks like. So here's a general rule in bread making. Okay, every time that you handle the dough, you are going to handle the dough with wet, clean hands. So let's get our hands wet. All right, it's not dripping, it's just wet. Now, take a look and see what 90 minutes has done to the consistency of this dough. Look at that. See how smooth it got? Look. I'm not even like kneading it aggressively or anything. And watch what happens when I press it down. It's just slowly kind of like plumping itself back up. So my hands are dry. We're going to get it wet again. Just like that. And we're going to knead it gently. You don't have to get aggressive. See how smooth it got? Right? It's no longer that shaggy, that look where it was falling apart. Look at the gluten formation. It's not ready yet. It's definitely not ready, but it's better than what it was in the beginning. Okay, so we're gonna knead it. Okay, we're not gonna put a lot of aggression and pressure here. Remember, time and patience is your friend. Okay, just roll it, knead it, make it nice and smooth. I'm going to wet my hands again. Okay. We're just activating the gluten. That's what kneading does. That's why when you bake a cake or muffins, they tell you don't overmix, right? Because it makes your muffins tough. That's because the gluten, look at that. This is turning out gorgeous, by the way. All right, so guess what? I have a surprise for you. You're done. That's it. See how hardly any flour is sticking to my hand? And the dough is nice and smooth. Looks good. That's what you want to see. So, we are going to stick this guy in a warm spot in your kitchen. I like to put my bread in this little Tupperware container, okay? And this is going to be my proofing basket. What I do is I stick this guy in my oven to ferment for about a good 18 to 20 hours. I put it in the oven. Do not turn on the oven. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, just leave it in the oven and let it do its thing. It's going to proof, it's going to rise, and in about 18 to 20 hours, it's going to smell nice and yeasty. It's going to have big fat bubbles, like huge bubbles. And I'm going to show you the next step. Now, you might be wondering, why do I do this? Why do I bake my bread like this? I bake my bread this way because, number one, I am not a fan of sourdough. Okay. Sourdough for me, for my palate, is a bit too tangy. I could never really quite get into it. But if it works for you, absolutely continue doing your sourdough. I call this bread just a plain fermented bread. The fermentation process helps the lactic acid, and what that does is it makes the bread easier to digest, especially if you have sensitive tummy or you have like a celiac sensitivity, like not necessarily celiac disease, but a little bit of sensitivity. Fermented food is actually better for your stomach than a bread that you just proof and bake in 2 hours. This works for me. It's also good if you are a busy mommy, daddy, if you have to work and you just don't have time to come home and fuss with stretch and folds and timing and this and that and blah, 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 blah. With this recipe and with this method, there's nothing really for you to fret over. It's foolproof. You cannot mess this up. It's impossible. So I like it because I'm busy. I'm always doing something with my chickens. I'm always either raking or planting or making soap. I'm doing consultations as well. I don't have time to fret over bread. This works. So we're going to put this guy in the oven, leave him for about 18 hours in the oven. Just don't do anything. Just leave him in there. Please remember that you have this in the oven. Do not turn on your oven. And I will see you in about 18 to 20 hours. And I will show you what a nice fermented plain bread looks like. Okay, don't go anywhere. More to come. Hey everyone, I'm back. All right, it's been about a good 18, 19 hours. We are going to open up our proofing tub, and I'm going to show you what this looks like after it's been sitting in a warm spot in my oven. Isn't that pretty? All right, so now we are going to have clean, wet hands, right? Remember? Every time that you handle the dough, it has to be with clean, wet hands. Are you looking at the gluten production here and how beautiful this looks? Look at that. That is a gorgeous bread. So this has, try to get this in the picture a little better. There we go. This has formed an amazing dough overnight. Look at the stretch, right? The smoothness, the elasticity. So what we're gonna do now is just gently knead and roll this dough. And how we're going to do it is easy, right? We're going to tuck it under, pull it towards you, roll it so it's nice and round. See how I'm doing it? You're just kind of rolling it as you tuck. And as you can see, I'm not using any flour. Okay, there's no flour on my hands, and there's no flour on my little wooden block here. I'm just naturally shaping this dough, rolling it into itself to create a nice, smooth, round ball, just like that. This is what you want. This is what you're looking for. See that? That's a nice rise. All right. I'm going to prep my cookie sheet and I'll be right back.
These pancakes are really good. I might have to order some more from you. They have the perfect amount of crisp, the perfect amount of fluff. These are fire. Thanks.
There you have it. Chrissy endorsed only at Black Woman Farmer on Etsy.com.